Okay, welcome to today's next level session and Q&A. Yesterday, just as a recap, we did do a coming soon funnel using kvCORE custom manual pages, manual listing pages. So if you're curious about that feature, go ahead and use that. If you have any coming soon listings, definitely check that out. I don't have much today. We'll just treat this as a Q&A session, so please do chat into the box. Let me know any questions or any features of kvCORE that you might want to deep dive on, and I'll just kind of kill some time. I was just looking at the embeds section here. I don't think we've talked about these for a while. And I'll talk about this for a minute while I wait for some questions. So if you go to Web and IDX in kvCORE, you'll notice this section for website embeds. I like to call them breakfast embeds. We have a few options. Now, there is this QR option to point people quickly to your website. And you can also create QR codes for any MLS number. So if you need a quick code to put on like a flyer or something like that, you can do that pretty quickly. Just pop the MLS number in there. But more what I wanted to focus on was the property search website widget and the seller valuation tools, and just kind of mention a few things about these. The biggest use, of course, would be if you have any other websites. And I know a lot of you guys will have your kvCORE website, and then maybe you have your own blog, or you have another service that's more of kind of your branded main site that you put on your business card, right? But you use kvCORE as your search. And if that describes you, you can use these widgets to integrate kvCORE into your website. And you'll notice that the actual widgets themselves, they're intentionally colored so that any color scheme could go around them. You know, this kind of gray and this black, dark grays. And it would look okay on almost any third-party website. So if you have a WordPress site or something else, all you need to do is just grab this code snippet and put it onto that website, or have your developer or whoever that is. So keep that in mind. I know a lot of people do investigate with WordPress websites using our WordPress plugin, and the plugin is cool. It is about $60 or so a month here in the marketplace. And if you do want a deeply integrated search experience of kvCORE, kind of want the actual properties to live on your WordPress website, this is a really good option. But what I like to tell people is, you know, if you don't care so much about whether or not somebody is going to leave that main website and end up on kvCORE, you can kind of save the money, and for free, just embed the search on your site, and then know that if somebody runs this search, they're going to end up jumping, as I just did on the screen, into that experience on kvCORE. Okay, so but you can save that $66 a month, and you can save all the hassle of kind of fudging with a WordPress plugin. I would say that plugin is more for, you know, if you're really techie with WordPress, or you have a really techie developer. Otherwise, if you just want integration with your third-party site, just use this embed. The second option here, so you saw the property search was kind of a vertical, and then you have this main widget that's kind of a horizontal that has the search, the MLS search, the search address, the map search, and the quick search all in here. And this would look really good on like a home page, or at the top of every page on your site, or even in the footer if you have a third-party site in a horizontal view. So much the same way you can embed that. And then finally, I've actually used the seller valuation tool. This is kind of handy to build my own custom seller landing pages. So if you have your own website, or you want to kind of put your own language around this seller squeeze, so to speak, this is pretty cool. What it'll do is it'll just jump people through the same experience here that they would get on the sell page on your site. So just quickly wanted to review these, let you know that these exist. You see it jumps out, and then it asks the question, enter to get value. So great, thank you for the questions, guys. So that's what I had, just a quick thing about embeds. Linda's asking, will Facebook allow the embeds anywhere? No, Facebook doesn't. As far as I know, they don't allow embeds. Now, on your business page, let's go ahead. It's a good question. If you are heavily promoting your business page, there are third-party tools. And man, it's been probably since like 2015 since I even bothered playing with one of these things. But you used to be able to add apps. So things like 22 Social, they like add an extra page to your Facebook site, like an extra item, and then you can embed those tools inside. But I don't know, unless you're heavily promoting your Facebook page, I wouldn't bother. So that's the answer. Facebook natively doesn't do it. You need a third-party app. And I was thinking about going down that rabbit hole, but I don't want to make everybody watch me do that research right now to try to find one of those tools. The one that I knew about and used the most was called 22social.com. Hopefully they're still in business. It's not 22social, Facebook. Yeah, it's facebook.com/22social, and they've got a suite of tools. Okay. Cool. So question from Kevin, is there a self-managed Google PPC video tutorial? Right, so how to do it yourself. Yeah, we have this inside of Next Level in our tutorials. And I've done a number of sessions that are probably available on the YouTube page showing the exact YouTube ads, almost exactly as we do it with the managed service. We've kind of given away all that stuff. It's out there. It's on the YouTube channel. If you search like kvCORE Google ads or Google PPC, it might just pop up. But also we have in the Next Level members area, we have a whole section on Google here. It's free for 7 days and then 19 bucks a month. If you want to do the trial, check it out, and then you cancel before the trial runs up. We do have step-by-step how to do these, and then I have done Google a number of times on the YouTube channel. Let me see what I can find for you. There's the here we go, from 12/2 of 2021. I'll share this over to everybody. This probably in this webinar just showed you exactly how we run the managed. Okay. Now, you wouldn't get the part where we actually watch the ads and we adjust them and we get really nuts on the keywords and everything. But if you want sort of the 80/20 of it, get the 80% of the way there to get 20% of the results, I'd probably give it away right in that webinar. And then we have further stuff in that members area. Oh, cool. Yeah. You are a member. Okay. Can we see the Facebook ads kvCORE is running? Do you mean the ones that you pay for through Marketplace, Linda? I don't know that we actually show those or surface those anywhere, but if you ask the team, they could probably get it to you. It's more or less, depending on which service, if it's the Smart Social Leads, all it is a carousel ad with local listings and it says learn more. If it's Property Boost, you kind of see a preview. The Facebook AI and retargeting, I kind of show examples in the video, I think in the Marketplace page there. But the actual ad that is yours, I think you would need to request that from the support team. Yeah, no problem, guys. But if you tell me, Karen, which service you're paying for, I could kind of might be able to find it. I don't even know that I have access to the account anymore. So yeah, while we're talking about Marketplace, I will remind everybody, I think the Smart Social Leads product is really cool. Probably could use a better description here. But basically, it takes local listings in your market, it starts with your office, and it shows them in a carousel, and they get really high engagement, generate leads, kind of like Property Boost. Linda's asking, why is there a group of MLS people in your dashboard? For Property Boost, you mean when you order it? So if I go to Property Boost, see if I can figure out what you're referring to. Is it this page? Or do you mean when you search for a listing? So I know you're able to search, you used to be able to search all listings. I don't know if they've changed that. Yeah. And then right here, you'll see I'm in an admin account right now. So we would see all the ads for various agents here. You can filter by agents here. I guess they built new filtering. It used to just show all the ads. I guess maybe this office hasn't run one in a while. Here we go. And you might see various agents' names pop up. if you're the admin. If it's just your account, then you should only see yours. And if you are seeing other people's, then maybe there's a bug there. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Yeah, I had a big production yesterday around the and walkthrough. We went for about 40 minutes on the custom websites, but today was so jam-packed I didn't have time to prepare a structured presentation. So we're just Q&A-ing it. Oh, okay. The leads will carousel to other agents. I see what you're saying. And you're saying it says that in the marketplace. Let me look at that language. It will not give leads to other agents, if that's the question. It doesn't do that. What it might do, and I don't want to mess this up, I wasn't involved too much in the recent development of this. Let me look at this. What it might do is show leads are exclusive to you, not shared with other agents. Up to 50 unique listings from your website. It may show, you'll have to ask the team, it may show listings from the MLS there. You know, Jeff's asking if we've done a session on YouTube marketing. We haven't done anything on YouTube in a while. That's a good reminder. I'll make a note right now, put it on my calendar. We can definitely do that next, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We can actually do a YouTube week if we want. That might be a good theme, and we'll just dig deep on YouTube and different videos that we might do. Let's see. Put it on my calendar now because I always say I'm going to do these, but unless I put it somewhere, I will forget. Let's see. Yeah, we can do a YouTube marketing. What specifically about YouTube, Jeff, are you most interested in? Like the creation of videos, or just like YouTube SEO, or just all of it? Did you get your Facebook thing figured out? I've had a challenging week, Jeff. I did see your emails. I'm just not sure how I can help from where I am. All right, YouTube videos for kvCORE. Put a note in the task manager. Okay, yeah, let's do content marketing with YouTube. We'll do one day around creating YouTube videos and content marketing and different video ideas, and then we'll do another day about running YouTube ads. We'll do it like that. Also, I want to plug something here, a service that I've used for a long time because I was just using it just now to put that note in. Some of you guys might find it useful. New private window. I don't want to show my whole life, my whole task list to everybody. So, but Todoist, I've used this for about 5 years, is a really good organizer where you can kind of divide your life into projects and share task lists. So if you're not using something like this, I'm sure there's some real estate specific ones, but I just found this to be really handy. It's got a great mobile app and everything. So just a little plug there. It has nothing to do with real estate, the actual app, but if you are in real estate, and like a lot of us do have multiple kind of things going on, you have your personal life, and then maybe you have like real estate, and maybe you have a business, you know, a side hustle that you're involved in, right? Or, you know, you coach a soccer team or something like that. I just find this to be one of the best to-do managers out there, where you kind of organize things into various projects, and you can set recurring tasks. You can sync it up to your Google Calendar, things like that. So just a quick plug, also because I don't see many questions coming in and it came to mind. Linda, you're saying it's in your profile. Okay. So Linda, you're in your profile. Not sure, maybe you have a screenshot. And then Jeff, create an evergreen video, like learn how to market on YouTube. So you mean just what I'll do is I'll do kind of like a little webinar based course about how to market on YouTube. The biggest thing is to create a video every day and get it on YouTube. That's the point is, if you look at the guys who make really good livings on YouTube, they usually grind it out in the beginning and they get lots of content up, and you know, they build an audience. George Gammon talks about this all the time, who is more of a like macroeconomic guy that I follow. but he talks about how he had like 0 views. He's got 300,000 subscribers now, 368,000, but he had like 2 views a video for his first 6 months, and just had to grind. And that's the biggest thing with YouTube. I've never myself been super consistent about it, other than what we do here with these sessions. They all get streamed. We get, we end up getting 2 to 5 videos on the Inside Real Estate channel every week. And what that does, we frequently mail back to the YouTube channel for people to watch replays. What that does is it allows for growth of your channel over time. And then what happens is, we're at 17.9K subscribers. What happens is anytime we put a video up, more and more, the younger generations especially, will see it in their stream. They use YouTube like TV. I know that I do. So biggest thing is going to be getting that content up on a consistent basis. And next week, I can go into like, here's like 5, 6 main real estate videos that you might do on a recurring basis. Your face or mine. Yeah, well, there's ways to do it without anybody's face on there, right? So, I could easily, we'll dive into this a little bit right now, but my favorite hack is to just fire up Screencast-O-Matic, where you could use Loom or any other similar service. So just waiting for it to load up on my computer. I hit the record button here. And then I pull up my website. So this would be the easiest video. So we're going to my real estate website. Going to our listings. Okay. Hey, where'd you go? There we go. And then I hit record. So let me get rid of my face there. Somebody did ask about that. I'll reply to that in a second. Actually, yes, my face or yours. I will bring up the webcam. Do both. Welcome to my beautiful office. I'm working out of a laundry room this month. Getting work done in my house. So here I am, drag my face. We even do this. I probably do this from my office. Hey, Ryan here with Forever Florida Real Estate with the listing of the day. It's 14952 113th Avenue North in Largo. We just listed this. It's pending already, of course, but it's a fantastic 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom. I'll scroll through some of the pictures here. If you know anybody who's looking for something in Largo of this size, you're going to need to act fast. Just give me a quick call, or my contact info will be down there in the description. So that's the, and then what you can do with Screencast-O-Matic, I'll click the edit button here. What you could do with it is zip the video straight up to YouTube. So I can click upload to YouTube and have it live in a few minutes. You pick your channel here, you tie your channel up, and then just fire it up, put a title and a description. So if you want like quick, easy video marketing, and you don't even have to put your camera on, that would be a good way to get started, knowing that it's more just about getting a lot of content up, talking about the keywords in your market, like, Largo real estate, things like that. That's kind of a route. And then of course, anytime you're at a property that you think is interesting, just take a video of it, even if you need to take the video on your phone and then maybe ask permission from the listing agent afterwards. I've done this a lot in my career, where I'll just be like, oh, this is a great listing, I want to promote it to people. I don't know if the listing agent is going to allow me to market it, but I'm just going to take the video now while I'm here, and then ask for permission after. Those are the best. Those are really good videos. We can do real life tours. Linda, you can email it to rhartman@insiderealestate.com, screenshot, unless you can turn it into a link and send it here. Here, I'll send you my email privately. Okay. Oh, sure. Jeff needs to rebuild the ad manager. Videos to set up pixel dynamic ads and retargeting. We did the most recent, we did a retargeting series, I think in early March. And I did about 4 videos, and I showed how to set up audiences in Facebook and set up the pixel. So it starts on February 28th, and it was 4 episodes right here. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, all 4 of these will kind of give you the step by step by step. I do talk about other channels besides Facebook, but of course, like everything else here, it's pretty heavily Facebook related. Specifically though on the pixel, and that's probably gonna be the most recent, and it'll show the dashboard in an accurate way. Yep, there's the link. Just looking through the questions. There was a question about my pop-up. I'm getting this question every day on my site where I'm like moving. That's Video Ask. It's a third-party service. And then it does like a treed out messenger bot. I think we end up talking about this every day here. So it's me in a video, and then they can take these different actions. I think it's pretty cool if you use your website pretty heavily. You know, it's something like a $50 to $60 something a month investment. I actually have it for another venture, and I just use it on my real estate website too. I don't think I would, you know, and that's the thing with a lot of these things. Like, am I going to make an extra 50 or 60 bucks a month because this is on my site? Well, if I am driving a couple hundred clicks a month to the website, and there's a chance that 1 or 2 of those people are actually going to click there and reach out additional, yeah, the 50 or 60 probably makes sense. But if I'm only getting like a visitor a day to the site, then maybe no. I actually don't think, not that I'm heavily promoting my real estate business, I don't think I've had anybody reach out directly from this yet that I know of, but possibly. You know, the biggest way that people are going to get to your site through kvCORE, even if, you know, if you're driving traffic, but the biggest way that people actually land there is going to be through property alerts, which is why we're such big fans of setting property alerts up for every lead, because they get called back in, and then they see that sort of thing while they're looking at properties. It makes it easy for them to get in touch with you. So that was videoask.com. But yeah, the first step is traffic. We'll take a quick look at Linda's email real quick for the screenshot. Is everybody getting excited that the markets are crashing? I think it could be good for real estate. for our specific business, for real estate brokerage, could be good. Things don't sell so fast, and there's a healthier market out there. Not that we want people to get hurt, you know, with their stocks and everything, but just maybe we get a more rational market. Okay, cool. I got your screenshot with. I'm just taking a peek at it. Phone number. Oh. This is the smart number. So let me go in here and show it in a live account. Are you an admin? It's in the My Profile section. I don't remember where that is. Right here, phone. These are the smart numbers associated with your account. So I hope that that's your office, greater antelope value. I hope. Because if it's not, then maybe that's the problem, but okay. Yeah, so this is the smart number that is associated with your website. So if somebody calls, they call through that number, and all your text codes are tied to that as well. So we go to the lead engine, like all the call and text capture codes are there. So it's just showing you what your number is. This is that broker's account. So she doesn't have any in this particular custom codes, but you guys have seen my account where I have lots of different codes for various things. We've talked a lot about smart numbers. Oh, okay. No, you know, you might not be an admin. I probably got that wrong. I think that just shows that, right? It's just showing you the smart number. I see that it says rotate through all agents. That's probably what's throwing you off. The smart number does rotate when somebody calls it. The office smart number rotates through all agents unless the lead is in the system tied to you. Let me log into my specific account. and just make sure that I have the same experience. If you buy your own smart number, then it is dedicated to you if somebody calls. Now, it doesn't mean you can't use the office smart number. It's just you want to be careful about having people call it, because if they're not in the system in the number that they're calling from, then there's a chance it'll rotate through. I think that's probably what you're asking about. It took me a minute to catch on. Let me go. I just want to see what it looks like. This is my solo account. Yeah, I'm not sure why we need to see this. See, this is my broker's forwarding rules. I wouldn't worry about it, but if you are worried about it, ask support. Unless it's your own smart number that's saying something it shouldn't, it's just the office settings. But I don't know why we're showing that to individual agents now that I'm looking at it. I'll bring it up to the product team. No, it won't be advertised on your boost to call. It won't be. Doug's asking, where do I find the stats for site visitors? That would be, you'll need to hook up Google Analytics. So, and then you would track everything from Google Analytics. The way to set Google Analytics, it's in website settings. We should probably need to do a full session again on Google Analytics. I'll make a note, but there's a spot here. Here it is, Analytics. And then you put your Analytics ID in here, and then you'll be able to see at Google everybody who's visiting your site. Cecily's asking, trouble maneuvering with smart CRM and campaigns. Anything specific? I saw the smart campaigns again yesterday. We've totally revamped that experience. I think it's launching next week, pretty sure, unless they hit some kind of snag, but they seem pretty confident. So the smart campaigns themselves will be updated. We've talked a lot about those this week on the various webinars. So if you have something specific, I can look at it. Doug's asking best practices on a husband and wife lead. It's up to you. You can enter them as separate and set them up as with their own alerts, which is probably what I would do, if you're worried, or if they're using one email address, you could create one contact. Kind of however you want to do it. Like Joe and Barb Smith, something like that, right? Or just set them each up as a separate lead and get them each alerts. That's probably what I would do to make sure they both see them. Now you can CC alerts for an individual contact. Pretty sure. Down, email CC down here. So, you have it go to multiple contacts. Settings needed to send out home anniversaries and birthdays. So that section is under marketing. And then birthdays and anniversaries right here. So what you'll need first is you'll need this data. You'll need the birthday data and the anniversary data attached to a contact record. So I'll show you how to do that in a second, but the actual template is just done right here. So you just create an email template first, and then you choose that template name, and that's what goes out, the email and the text that goes out on the birthday. And then the actual data about the person, that happens in the contact record. So if I click this profile details, it's in here somewhere. Birthday, you have to hit edit details. Then you put the birthday in right here, and check off to send the birthday email text. Yes. And then looks like we have spouse birthday too now. And then our last closed for the anniversary and email text are right there. So Doug, your team has one smart number and all the leads are rotated amongst the agents. Is that the best way? Yeah. For people who call in, that's kind of the default setting. I don't know if you can, is that changeable? Might be. I mean, you might be able to just forward that to your line, to the brokerage line or the team leaders. I think, at the office I'm at, the agents aren't super plugged in. So the broker actually, the way she runs the business, she ends up routing leads anyway, to her agents. So she has all the calls going to her and her ISA. So it's really just going to matter, depend on your business situation, Doug. If you want to kind of control the inbound flow and know that, you've got somebody on staff who's there to pick up the phone, it might be better to just forward it to a number instead of doing the round robin. Remember, if somebody calls one of your agents from one of their leads and they're calling from a number that's in the system, it will go straight to the agent. That's just the scenario where the system doesn't know who the person is. And then that defaults to those settings. Oh, okay. Celia's trying to figure out how to copy from the library into the template and then changing it. It's a nightmare. Just kidding. It's not fun. So what you do is you come to the library here. This is what we're changing. This is going to get a lot better. But say I add this one to my library. Now I click that. Now I go over to my campaigns, search for open house. That was the one that I did. Then I come in here. Is this the right campaign? Might not have been. You're not seeing the edits, are you? Because if you clone it, sometimes you have to clone it and go through this whole step here. And then what happens is you need to build new templates. If you want to change anything, you have to go and create a new template and pop it in here. So you end up clicking all around and getting dizzy into these different navigations. You have to go into templates, clone that template like this, give it a name, write it, and then go back into it and change it. This is all what's being fixed next week, because you'll be able to just pull it in and then edit the copy directly inside of the campaign. They actually gave me a link to show it to you guys, but when I clicked the link about 10 minutes before we got on, I couldn't open it. It must just be some admin permissions that I don't have. So, but we'll definitely next week, you'll be hearing more about that. What one lead source has the best conversion? I don't know. My opinion is, well, I think open house is probably, sorry about the dog, just because you're meeting somebody in person. So you'll probably find that you end up doing more business with people you talk face to face to. But really the best conversions that I see are when you follow our methodology, you put leads into the system that have a real cell number if possible, and then you use auto texting to generate conversations. So Facebook ads, usually we can get a cell number from the Facebook lead forms and automatically, send that auto text back with our conversation starting campaigns. And if you do that consistently and you follow up on everybody who replies, that's a really good way to go. But yeah, I can't answer what's the best conversions. Honestly, it's probably knocking on doors. Is it next week on Thursday? So as soon as they release it, which I thought was going to be next week, I will mention it on one of these sessions. We do these Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, the new campaign. I don't have the exact date. I was told next week. Now, what happens is, this was as of 3 o'clock yesterday. What happens is things go through QA, they call it, like quality assurance, and we're looking for bugs before we release stuff. So they're pretty sure that they've run out of bugs and issues, but that's the way it kind of goes. That they might find something they hadn't even encountered, tomorrow, and then they say, oh, it's delayed another week. Yeah, that they hadn't thought of. So but I'll definitely mention it. Open house app connected to the lot. It's not taking the login and password. It should be your kvCORE access, not the EXP Enterprise. Sorry, Jeff, I can't help on that one. I don't even want to go into it. Definitely on that one, on Nosy Neighbor, try to look closely at your follow-up campaigns. If you're using the defaults, that might be frustrating. I'll try to really focus on delivering value with those emails and texts. And really, the reason I'm joking around about not being able to help, it's a combination of my frustration with some things that might be lacking from that program, that I might share with you guys, but more it's the market. It's, you're getting people to opt in. They're curious about the value of their house. They've heard that the values have gone up like crazy. So it's kind of easy to generate that lead, but where's everybody going to go? If I want to sell my house today, where am I moving to? Unless I'm switching out of my current market. I think that's the problem we're all facing, and that's why there's short inventory. Prices have gone up so much. There's not a lot of options for things to move into. So, not to say that people aren't doing deals with that product, but I know it can be fresh. It can take a while for it to really start working. Focus on the smart campaigns. Yeah. Sorry, Cecilia, I can't really troubleshoot that here. Our support team might be able to. It should work on the iPad just the same as it would. Double check that you can get into kvCORE. I assume you can. And then, yeah, you might have to go through support. Thanks, Jess. How long have you been on Nosy? Support team's right here, if that's the question, right here at the bottom right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't use the product personally. I know pretty well what it does. 4 months might be pretty quick. And I know some people get listings right away, and it just kind of happens that way. But 4 months might be a little too soon. Definitely look at the smart campaigns. Just looking at questions. You can try the number here. There's an option for support, but really your most efficient course is the chat. It'll go through and if there's not somebody there right away, usually it's within 20 minutes or so during normal business hours, they'll reply back. That's good. You got some good leads. Yeah, just, how do you stay in front of those people, basically? I like retargeting for that. If you can get those leads onto a Facebook audience and start showing videos and things of that nature to those leads. Really advanced tactic would be to use Zapier to push those leads onto a Facebook retargeting audience. So if I go into a smart campaign, heart and magic, so to speak. If I was paying, subscribing to that, I would come into smart campaigns. I don't think I have a Nosy campaign in my account. Oh, I do. So here was a quick conversation starter I suggested that they give to everybody. But I might add an action here that's a zap. Send lead to Facebook custom audience. Okay. And then we get our Zap ID here, and I hop over to Zapier. You guys can do this with all lead sources, not just Nosy Neighbor. And then I was helping a friend out with a Zap. This isn't even a real estate account, but the action is Facebook custom audiences. So your trigger would be new kvCORE lead. I don't have kvCORE connected to this account. And then you would zap it into, you would add that email to a custom audience, and then you'd have an ad on Facebook following that homeowner around. Yeah, sorry, Jeff, I'm not familiar with what Nosy's doing right now on that front. So I don't know that they don't allow the leads to be exported, but if the lead comes into kvCORE, you can zap it out, as I've shown here. I think you and I have talked about Zap. It does not. So you should be able to, if it's in kvCORE, you should be able to create that in the campaign action to zap the lead out. I could, boy, I would need your Facebook account, your Zapier account. I can get in your kvCORE account. Oh, it's a minority of the leads. I see what you're saying. That end up actually in kvCORE. I see. Yeah, it's not everybody. Definitely, like anytime you get a new listing, or send that audience your property list of the week, any list, any content that you're mailing out, make sure they get it. And it doesn't have to be related to selling your house, just anything that you're sending mass emails on. You just want to build top of mind status and treat them kind of like a digital farm. Okay, sorry about the dog. I asked my wife permission to murderize the dog this morning. I wasn't serious, but I'm getting close. Small dogs are really annoying. They bark too much. My kids keep taking off the little kind of vibrating collar thing that stops her. and she only does this during webinars, of course. All right, I'm looking for other questions. I don't see any. Jeff, have you spoken with Gracie, who's kind of the product manager for Nosy? I could probably hook you up with her if you want to get feedback. She's pretty cool. I have your email. Oh, you have talked to her. Okay. I haven't been too heavily involved since it was launched, after the first few months it was launched, but I can pass some of your feedback along to her. Yeah. Okay. I don't see any other questions. Thanks to everybody for being here. So that's what we'll do next week. We'll hone in on YouTube a little bit. Just kind of how to use it as a traffic source, how to do some content marketing, and we'll dabble on some video creation tips and hacks. Cecilia, unfortunately, I don't provide additional one-on-one training. If we do have in the marketplace our done for you services, which you can it's under the coaching. Heather and her team might be able to help with some things, but I would, if you kind of just want a one-on-one on kvCORE, try the Facebook group. There's a number of people in there. Just say, hey, I'm looking for, try to be specific. It's insiderealestate.com/Facebook group. And say, hey, I'm looking to meet with somebody for an hour or two just to get my kvCORE going. And you'll probably get a number of people in the community who are doing that either for a fee or not. Be careful. I don't know what company you're at. Some people might try to recruit you. We try to discourage it, but you might run into some of that. Yeah, it's the same Zoom line, guys. So the way to find these sessions, you'll probably just get the email up notification an hour before. It's kind of our sneaky tactic with Zoom, but the webinar schedule is right here under support and training, and then you can always get the link. Oh, so yeah, you're already. So you'll probably get some people from your company. I'm kind of kidding around, Cecilia, but there are people out there providing services who, would probably want to work with you. We've had a really hard time staffing up that service. It's kind of a hard thing to do, and we don't have enough bodies right now. Okay, thanks. All right, everybody have a great day. I'll get the replay up on YouTube and in the Next Level members area later on this evening. See you later.